Sol and Sol.
Hello, Starscream 606 calling.
Hey, it's the classy Starscream 606.
It's Classy
Yeah.
Starscream from anothermessageboard.com.
How's it going, gentlemen?
Not too bad. How's it going for you, Classy Starscream?
Oh, I just got out of I just got out of class. I got my test back for test number 1 in my master's program class.
Better luck next time, noob cakes.
No, I got a B.
You got a
B.
B? Oh,
Better luck next time, noob cakes.
a B.
well-
No. Classy people get A's, Starscream.
Well,
what happened? What happened?
I didn't fail.
Is it too hard for you?
I didn't study until a couple hours before the exam.
Did you tape a copy of your Mensa card to the test?
I should have taped a $100 bill to the.
Because you know those
Maybe.
Unclassy teachers
They don't
can't
make any
it too
money.
much.
No money at all.
Well, I mean, they make money, but you can never have too much money.
That's
Like-
true. He's got a point.
Like little kids, they wish for free daycare and free college tuition and free healthcare and stuff like that. But classy upper crust people wish for even more megabucks and cheerleaders and Miss Teen USA on our lap and all that.
I like the Miss Teen USA idea. That's
Yeah, I do too. That's.
And even the runners-up of Miss Teen USA, I wouldn't complain.
Yeah,
And
I'd
you-
offer to judge
Yeah.
on my
that's
lap.
Yeah, Miss Teen USA, and when you turn the pornography filter off, then those are some top-notch jerking pics.
I don't know what this guy's saying.
I don't know, but now he's just saying I think if you Google for Miss Teen USA
Ah.
without the filters on, you get some interesting
A
material.
lot of pictures of Natalie Portman from The Professional.
Wait, what's this?
The Professional. You never saw that movie?
No. Sounds
With
like I
Natalie
should.
Portman when she was about, how old was she, Gabe? 12,
know, I've never
13
seen
years old?
Oh.
Oh,
Speaking
well,
of which,
that's
there's
prime
a-
jerking material, Tom. Prime jerking material of
I
Natalie
would never
Portman.
admit to that on
When
the
she's
air.
13 years old?
Did you know that this
All of
week
it.
there was a new online catalog for the fall line for Delia's? Is it Delia's? Delia's?
Elias, yeah.
Whatever. It's nice. They've got some new undies picks and stuff like that for the 12 and 16 model.
Oh man.
I only go there to shop for my daughter. I don't go there for the moms.
Yeah, those
I go to
catalogs, they
eBay
start-
to shop for
Those
my
catalogs
daughter.
started showing up because my little sister was getting them back in the day, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is like A+ jerking material right here." So I'd take them, and well, I guess they didn't come this month. Oh well, or whatever.
Hey.
However often they come.
Hey, Starscream, have you gotten a copy of Living XL, the catalog yet?
A catalog of what?
Called Living XL, Living Extra Large.
No.
I sent you a copy in the mail. I had one sent to your house. Let me know when you get it. I'd appreciate that.
Okay.
This way he can call in. We can make fun of the fat hogs.
It's basically it's a
Are,
catalog
are we
for-
canceled yet?
for really fat
I
people.
should have previewed
posted
that
Get
clip.
my hands on it.
Oh.
Does it have my name on it, or is it going to say current resident?
It has,
I do see a Mars in the room.
It has great products.
You do?
The product helps
I do.
put your
Oh.
socks on, so God-
I'm gonna need to turn that
Are
off.
we canceled? I don't know.
I don't know. We might be canceled after playing that. That was
There was no video. It's fine.
that
There's
call
no video.
was-
It's fine. As long
that
as you
call
can
was
see
worse
things.
than I remember. To be clear, I don't think awful things are funny. I think awful people are funny. to me,
I try not to laugh at any of that myself, but
I-
that's just me.
I found it funny how wrong the conversation just kept getting. And speaking of wrong conversations, we have Brian in the house.
Ha 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 ha!
Hey, Brian.
Hey, what's going on?
And
Okay, we have one viewer.
we have a viewer. Bod Pro is here.
Oh, hey,
And-
my pro.
Hello,
Sorry, I'm
my
still getting to the
pro.
chat rooms.
And if my feet haven't chased her off, that clip that we played at the start of the show certainly won't. So I think we're
Oh.
safe here.
Or Mod Pro.
Poor Bod Pro. But I don't know. I get this feeling that Bod Pro is the one that keeps encouraging me to show my feet.
Only the dude, though, right?
Well, she uses that as a cover.
Oh.
I kid.
I see.
I have to be
Maybe
careful.
she just misses your monster socks things you were getting.
I don't know. That could be. That could. You know,
Yeah.
I got to be careful because at times I've tried to, make jokes that I thought were innocent, and then the next thing I know, people never want to speak to me again.
Oh.
Y'all remember Mystery Chick?
No.
Oh, wasn't she on like Stick Cam or wait? Was that back then?
No, this was before Stickcam. There was a girl in the NHB back when NHB had an IRC chat room.
Oh, I don't think I ever went to their IRC channel. I knew better not to go there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we had an IRC chat
Yeah.
room, and of course, it being a tech thing that required tech setup and tech administration, it was set up by Rico, and so of course that meant that Rico owned the damn thing, and so you were perfect, and much like any IRC chat room, a social hierarchy will break out.
Oh, of course.
Of course. And so Rico was God, and Rico was friends with Mystery Girl, who was also goddess of the room.
Oh, so she was Discord kitten. That version's of a Discord kitten then.
Right. But
Yeah, okay,
This is
okay.
the days before Discord, so she
Yeah.
she was an op.
Yeah.
Rico made her op, and Rico basically decided,
Hey,
I'm too-
Sparky.
Hello,
Sorry.
Sparky.
Sparky.
And Rico was too busy banning hosts from the NHB network to ban, people from the chat room. So he said, Mr. Girl, you go ahead and you be the, ban
Well-
Nazi of this realm, and I'll deal with things over here. I don't know. I'm exaggerating.
Okay,
I gotta be careful, or Rico's gonna pull the plug.
Gators. This poses a question.
Okay.
This poses a
All right.
very interesting question.
Yeah.
Was Rico getting it from Mystery Girl?
I didn't think so, but that thought hadn't crossed my mind.
Oh, come on, she was mod. She's mod.
I don't know.
If
what
she
the-
wasn't really part of NHB, what do you think?
I maybe he was trying to. I don't know where that
Maybe.
went. I don't
Maybe.
even. I mean, here's the thing: when you got two random people on the internet, chances are they don't even live in the same state. So
Rico probably had a car then, right?
I'm sure Hey, this, but the thing is, I know from experience, all these times that you think long distance relationships work
Uh-huh.
out, well, they actually, I guess they did eventually work out.
They worked out eventually.
Well, mine worked for two reasons. One, her family was like within driving distance that weekends were doable, and two,
Uh-huh.
I was very willing to move across the country. But other times, you really have to be in a state in life that you're ready to pick up and leave and settle down your life someplace else. Otherwise, it ain't gonna work. Or someone's got to be. But I don't know. I have no idea what the deal was between.
Moved
Rico.
across country, then you moved back.
I don't know what the deal was with Mr. Girl and Rico. Now I do know that Samus at some point made some comments about but we won't get into that.
Hi,
think
Rico.
I think that ended with a big denied. Is
Rico probably too busy to freaking to do any of this stuff
he's
anyway
too busy
anymore.
to tear open the wall to find out where the server is to pull the plug and get me off of the damn thing.
Pretty much. Or what it is probably on a Linode somewhere, and he pays like $4 a month for it and doesn't even know it comes out of his account.
Or does he have a wire to a neighbor's house?
He
So it pays neither for
Maybe.
internet,
An Ethernet to his neighbor's house. There you go.
That could be.
Ethernet cable and power cable.
so
Oh, there you
So
go.
it costs him zero.
Actually, Brian, if he has a low energy PC, he could PP or PoE it. One cable, sir.
anyways, Mystery Girl was okay in my book. I had no problems with it. She liked my show. She called into my show like every week. She
Oh.
was she was proudly the #1 Gators fan or something like that, or the #1 Gatorade or something like that. Like, she declared herself my #1 fan, and that was cool. And I didn't know much about her, or she was. I think she kind of kept to herself. I mean, the name Mystery Girl kind of says it all. And that's
You
that's
just
who
call
she
her
was.
MG for short.
Maybe I'd have to go back and review the recordings. I mean, I'm going off of memory of many years ago at this point. But so she called in the show frequently, and I think we were on each other's aim list. I don't know that we chat much outside of the show, But you know, we were on friendly terms, and she called into the show every week, and she loved the show, and she was a big fan of mine. And then Lisa showed up. You all remember Lisa, right?
Did you have a date with Lisa?
No, but I was her internet boyfriend for a few weeks. I got to date the hot chick in high school. I was in my mid-20s at the time. No, I kept that on the up and up. My intentions are pure. Like, you know, like she was a senior in high school, getting ready to graduate. I was still a young adult. It was probably about
So
as
Gators
far...
likes the older women. It's fine. Was she
What's
red-haired?
She's brunette, if I
Good
recall
question.
correctly. Here's the deal with Lisa. Okay, the initial response to Lisa was hot girl on the internet writing into my show, being nice to me. You damn right I'm going to pay attention to this. And she actually gives me her number and encourages me to call her. This doesn't happen to Gators. And, you know, normally Gators is like, you know, scared, huddled up, and a little curled up in a ball. Like, you know, this is way too much for me. But you know, I thought it would be good for me to you know, man up, act my age. And, well, actually, if I acted my age, I would have tossed the number away and gone to a dating site with people my own age. But still to act
but she was
more...
close, right?
Yeah.
She was close. She was close, but even so, I would have to say I'd recommend against it. Because she was not to. Here's the thing. So I called her, and it was all on the up and up. I didn't think it was going to go anywhere, but I figured I'll call her, and she could talk, and she could listen, and we had real conversations, kind of talking all about our lives, our childhood, our life, our family, our home life, things like that, comparing notes, this, that, and the other, and really got to know each other, and it was really nice. And she was really hot and really popular. And she kept talking about how she was getting ready to dump her boyfriend. And of course, I got to do
I see. I see. That right there is a flag, sir. Right there.
Well, Lisa.
I'll dump my boyfriend. Don't worry.
Lisa had two modes. You know, get the new boyfriend, dump the old boyfriend. You know, it was pretty much she cycled through them. And I guess by this point she had cycled through most of the school, so she may as well, you know, give the random guy on the internet that's calling her a chance. So she said, okay, you could be my boyfriend. And, you know, we called all the time, and we talked like we were girlfriend, boyfriend. And but you know, I kind of was a little hesitant to actually meet her since she was still not 18, although I don't know. The state laws sometimes have 16, but then there's certain years about that. Basically, anything below 18 is probably a bad idea to be in the same place at the same time, even if you're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
But there could be, you know, if all of a sudden she becomes a crazy ex-girlfriend, she could start making claims that I did things that would land me in jail, and it's much easier to defend against that if, dude, we were never in the same room together. like bitch is crazy, you know. So that was Gothard's advice to me, like, don't do it, don't go meet her. if she does,
Smart boy.
if she decides,
Gothard is the voice of reason there.
If she decides she hates you, she could go cray cray and accuse you of things. Like, just stay home.
Wait till she's 18.
No, she never went cray-cray on me. In fact, she kept trying to reach back out to me after I gave up on calling her. But clearly, the only thing she wanted was to hear her own voice talking to someone. And Sparky writes in, he touched my no-no spot.
Uh-oh.
No.
So what happened is Lisa was clearly kind of the teen attention whore type in the chat room. Mystery Girl was a bit more mature than that, did not like that. And so Mystery Girl decided to ban Lisa from the chat room.
Oh, not sure that went over well.
Well, here's the thing. I liked Mystery Girl. I liked that she called my show. I liked Lisa. We were becoming really good friends and getting to know each other. I didn't want to be caught in the middle of that, and no one was asking me to be in the middle of that. So I stayed out of the middle of that.
Smart boy. Smart boy. I would stay
But-
far away from that too.
But it's hard to stay out of the middle of that when you have other shows on the network that like to stir up shit. And so at some point, Lisa was called into Reckless Radio. Remember Reckless Radio?
I'm a reckless.
They actually were running their show like the guys that did Reckless Radio were staff members of like a professional radio show, and Dune remembers who the guy was that they were working for. And so they were sneaking into his studio after hours and basically running the show out of this guy's studio. So they had someone running a switchboard, taking calls, putting calls on hold.
No.
Reckless Radio was they were short-lived because the thing with Reckless Radio is they didn't understand Damon. And to be fair, no one
Who does?
Yes. Thank you, Brian, for stealing my punchline. I'll go ahead and give you the drum. You know, understanding Damon is like trying to understand women. It just doesn't really, because they would talk a big talk, and they and it kind of bust balls or whatever, and Damon would come fire him right back at them and talk a big talk and bust their balls, and there was Reckless John. I think there was they all went by reckless names. Reckless Dave was the main guy running the show. He was kind of cool. He kept it together. He kept us cool. But I think his co-host was Reckless John, if I recall correctly. He basically was like, "Hey, you come at me, I'll fire back 100 times as hard." And so Reckless John would just start going off on Damon this and Damon is that, and he is this and he is that. It's just like, fuck you, but what the hell is wrong with you? And so then Damon would call like Reckless Dave off the air and be like, what the hell, man? Like, what's his problem? And it's like, Damon, you're the one that hits first. Like,
Yeah.
dude, you're the one that you gotta, if you're gonna dish it, you gotta take it. And so then Dave would be like, yeah, I'll talk to him. I'll tell him to calm down. And then Damon would start with his shit again and come, firing two barrels. And John's like, fuck it. At some point they invented the Damon insult generator, which actually worked pretty good.
Smart. Yeah, that's smart.
They
Yeah.
they had like the three categories that it would randomly select the three things they match up, because they found there was kind of a formula to Damon's style of insult, and so they just took that style and made the Damon insult generator. I think I have the recording of their last show somewhere. I might have to find it.
I don't think there was a show last night, Sparky.
No, there wasn't a show last night because Gators was barely able to keep his eyes open, and Dune was on a plane, so it really didn't matter that I couldn't keep my eyes open.
Why didn't you do a show from the plane?
He was too busy trying to figure out how to use the toilet.
Oh, well, actually, trying to find a freaking flusher in that toilet, in the bathroom, it's hard to. I was in there for I went to the restroom last time I went on the plane, coming back from North Carolina. I look around. Where the hell is the freaking button to push the thing? Where is it? Where is it?
He sent me
First
a
of all,
picture of the button, but apparently it has two buttons, one with 3 dots and one with 9 dots. And so he asked me, he asked me what is the unit of measure for turds, so I know which button to press.
you push them both at once.
And I reminded him that turds are measured in Courics, with one Couric being approximately 2.5 pounds.
Keurig?
Couric. Courics.
No. Okay. Sparky. Okay. Last time, this is the problem. Okay. Last time I went on a plane, went to the bathroom, there was no toilet paper.
Ooh.
So guess what I flushed? I flushed the paper towels because, you know what? I'm not going to go walking down an aisle stanky ass. Just saying. Right?
No,
you don't want to do that. It's not cool. Plus, I still had about 4 hours travel to go. Not happening, right?
Wasn't there a Delta flight on its way to Brazil that had to turn around an hour and a half into the flight because someone had a diarrhea emergency?
You know,
plane, and it was so bad that an hour and a half return flight was better than proceeding the rest of the 9-hour flight. Can
he just wave it? Can't he just wave it out the window?
Yeah,
sure. Just roll the window down.
At 500 miles an hour.
No, I honestly, Sparky, I didn't check, and that's because I'm in an airplane bathroom. They're usually pretty stocked. So I went in there and I'm like, oh god, and I look around. I'm like, well, they have the toilet gaskets. That may not wipe very well. So then I use the paper towels, and then after I'm done, I look around. I'm like, oh god, where's the flusher? I couldn't find it. I looked everywhere. I could not find the thing anywhere. I walk out, and the lady next to me goes, oh, by the way, no one can ever find this stupid thing. It's not you. And so she went over to push the button, and I'm like, oh, thank God. And she pushes it like 4 times. She goes, yeah, you did the same thing I did. There's no toilet paper. We just use the paper towels. I was not the one.
Did you flush the paper towels?
Yeah. Well, we had to. Brian, what are you supposed to do?
It's a plain toilet. It's not like it's going to plumbing that can get clogged. It's going.
You know what? That sucker has some power too. You push it.
I know, but you don't want that one to be clogged. That would be a freaking disaster.
After you're done using it, that becomes someone else's problem unless you're on a flight that's long enough to have to drop to.
Think of it this way. They closed that bathroom. There was always first class.
You can always go use the first class shitter.
Yeah, which is not much bigger.
What if you're in first class and you clog the toilet? Then you got to go to
shitter.
You think everything in first class is perfect and way better than normal. You go in there isn't even a 1/4 inch bigger in that bathroom.
I think the first class shitter is just as roomy.
Yeah, it's just as small, just as cramped. It's the exact same thing. There's nothing different. And so, because like last time I was on the plane by myself. I mean, I was with family this time. I don't know.
Except sometimes the first class toilet has the pilot in it.
there is that. Now, Sparky asking, would it not be almost impossible to clog a plane shitter? That was my point. I don't think you clog it. I don't think you fill it up. I think you're perfectly fine to throw the paper towels down there. But back to Reckless Dave and Reckless Radio.
Oh, okay.
So, and we'll finish what happened to Reckless Radio, but we got to get back on track. So they were, doing their late night, like they were on late night Sunday night, because the Sunday night lineup was the Susan show went on, and then there was like a break in programming, because I didn't go on right after the Susan show. I would go on, and then immediately after me, Take It or Leave It would go on. And then for a brief period of time, immediately after Take It or Leave It, Reckless Radio went on. So they were like a late... No, that was Saturdays. I did Sundays when I came back after being fired, which we can tell that story too later. But so that was the Saturday night lineup. But I thought it was really cool that we had 3 back-to-back shows into late night Saturday night. It was a nice thing we had going. And then Vamp ruined it by stealing my time slot when I got fired. But and then it was Vamp, Take It or Leave It, Reckless Radio, and then Reckless Radio got fired. But while I'm on there and Reckless Radio's on there, and I'm dating Lisa, Lisa actually calls into the Reckless Radio show because she was participating with the community, whatever, except not in the chat room because she was banned by Mystery Girl. And I was staying out of it, let them work it out. Neither of them are asking me to get involved in this. I have no say over the chat room. I have no say on this. So, Mystery Girl, keep calling my show, I'll be friends with you. Lisa, keep calling my show, I'll be friends with you. Just don't ask me to pick sides or, pull me in the middle of your petty bullshit.
I'm sure that
although
I
didn't even say that. I just kind of, like I told Lisa, you don't want me. At least you don't need to get involved in this. I'm like, cool.
Oh, that's gonna happen.
Right.
It's show politics on IRC. You're gonna be pulled in.
Well, Reckless Radio saw controversy here that they could try to stir up, and I didn't think they did, but they managed to. So Lisa calls in. Lisa's talking about, and they're like, "Oh, so you're dating Johnny Gators?" Like, yeah. We should have him call in. So, Dune Redigan, OMG, I had written all this drama out of my memory. Some of it's funny though. So I call in, and they put and their call screener picks up and puts me on hold, and they have me kind of waiting in the wings for when they're ready to weave me into the conversation, like a professional show, like a bunch of professionals, and so I'm there waiting on hold, and then they go, "Oh, we got Johnny Gators on the other line here right now," and And I'm like, yeah, no, we're taking it slow. We're not going to meet until she turns 18, and we just talk a lot. We're just, I don't even remember the details of the conversation, but that's the type of things that I think that I would say. So generally, that's probably what I said back then. Although someone might pull up a show recording and prove me completely wrong, but I pretty much it was a pretty boring conversation until then they go, well, what's the deal with Mystery Girl in the chat room there? And so I thought, I just didn't want to say anything serious about it, so I just went off the cuff and dismissed it with a joke. The joke being, oh, I don't know, I guess the girls get jealous over me. Which I was not at all serious about. I have no delusions.
I hope they laughed a little on that one.
I have no delusions that Lisa and Mystery Girl were in a jealous chick fight over me. So,
don't go to that site, by the way. No one touch that site, please.
Does anyone have the ability to ban those, or do I need to give someone the ability to ban those?
Can Mod Pro is a mod, right?
Well, if I have any say about it, she should be, and if I haven't, I apologize for not making the Mod Pro the mod.
Gators, she is a Mod Pro.
Yeah, she's a Mod Pro. We want a Mod Pro to be, so I need to, heck, I don't even know how to see who's in the, I have to.
Sparky says, give me a sword, I'll take care of it.
Actually, I have made Mod Pro and 5-Hit Dune moderators.
Yeah, by the way, no one click those links because there's a thing going around that when if anybody clicks those links, sometimes it will sit there and take over your Twitch account. There's a spam thing going through, so.
And I would totally make Sparky Toaster a moderator. I just can't find the button to do it, and I don't feel like I've already interrupted this story too many times.
Mod Pro got it.
I'm being my own Brian this week.
Thank you, Mod Pro.
Yeah.
She goes, I ban.
Thank you, Mod Pro. So that was the comment I made, which I was totally not serious about. I thought it was pretty obvious that there was no jealousy going on, and Gators it was totally like joking, like, yeah, right, the girls are just fighting over me. So I made a comment to that effect, like, I guess there's just some jealousy or whatever. I don't know. I stay out of it. Mystery Girl got so pissed off about that she never spoke to me again, except to tell me that she was angry and was never speaking to me again.
What'd you do?
Like I said, I just made the little joke about, I don't know, I guess they're jealous over me or something like that.
Dang. I took that a little too seriously. I mean, does anybody actually take that seriously?
Well, I don't know how I said it or how much I said or what I said. I'd probably have to pull up the recording. So to be fair to Mystery Girl, maybe but to be fair to me, I tried to apologize for it and explain, no, I wasn't serious at all. It was just a little off-the-cuff remark. I didn't even think it was going to offend anyone because to me it was so not serious. But I understood why she got angry, and I apologized for it. But there was no apology that was going to so Mystery Girl was like, fuck you. I'll never listen to your show again. I'll never call your show again, blah, blah, blah. Sparky writes in, 2 girls fighting over Johnny. Who would have ever thought? And that was before we had cups. So it was okay for there to be 2 girls involved in something back then.
2 girls, 1 host?
2 girls, 1 Gators. And sure enough, I ended up being a vessel of shit.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah,
so that was the precursor to 2 girls, 1 cup right there. 2 girls, 1 Gators. So that was the end of Mystery Girl participating on my show. And then, fast forward later on, at this point it was kind of getting to me and pissing me off that this drama is going on, that Mystery Girl was deciding that she hates me over making a stupid comment about, her and Lisa having this, petty fight or whatever. And Sparky writes that it's okay. The best one ended up with Johnny in the end. Exactly. These are just bumps in the road on the way to where I needed to be going. But so I was kind of pissed. Yeah, I was pissed off that Lisa was banned from the chat room because I had no. I was like, this is bullshit. She should get unbanned. Certainly, this drama will pass. So unban her. That'll be the end of that. And so I'm doing my show one week, and Rico's listening. And for some reason, Rico's like picking on me. You know, I say something, Rico's like, dude, don't say that. Dude, don't do that. Hey, don't say that. And it's like, dude, I'm trying to do my show. I don't need you to run my show. Yeah, you know, and it's like, why the hell is Rico being such a bitch to me? And I still don't know why he was being such a bitch to me that week, because that was abnormal. And so at some point, the topic of Mystery Girl Lisa in the chat room comes up, and I make some kind of comment to the effect of, like, you know, what was wrong from the band Lisa. Hopefully they'll be unbanning her soon. And Rico sends me this ranty rant about how Lisa is permabanned. She's never allowed back in for her disrespect to Mystery Girl and this and that. And I'm just like, oh, fuck you, man.
Yeah, they did it. They did things. I'm sorry. I'm sorry with that reaction. There was some stuff going on. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I really don't know what the deal was there. But at that point, Rico pushed my buttons enough that I was like, fuck you, man. I can just walk right off this show. You know, I had a good run. I don't need this. You know, and I actually thought that I was done for good when I did that. I basically decided, you know what? Because I'd only done the show a few months. It's like, you know, I lived a perfectly fine life without this drama. I can go back to living a perfectly fine life without this drama. So fuck you and your chat room and your band ho. You know, I'll go. You know, I quit. Fuck you all. And I hit the disconnect button. and I thought that was the end of my run. But as we know, you
came crawling back.
Actually, you know, I don't know if I would have come crawling back. I honestly don't know.
But you did.
Well, here's the
couple times.
Well, we could continue this story then.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But well, it's actually kind of a funny part to the story. So at some point, Lisa wasn't around during that show, and then she's back home, and I get on the phone with her or on a chat with her or something. And I explained to her what happened, and she's like, oh, my God, you fucking idiot. What did you do that for? You shouldn't quit your show for me. I'm not worth it. What the hell? And I'm like, well, no, it was principle. You know, Rico shouldn't have been like that, and Rico and Mystery Girl are being dicks to you, and I'm not going to put up with that. If you're going to be my girlfriend, I'm going to stand by your side. I'm going to have your back, and I'm not going to deal with people that are going to be douches to you. You know, because that's the way of, you know, I was treating it like it was a real relationship. And she, I don't think, wanted that. And I think that might have been the beginning of the end. Like, they're like, oh, my God, dude thinks that this is for real. Like, this is, you know.
I got like 3 boyfriends on the side. What's going on here?
Dude, I go through boyfriends.
Yeah.
like chiclets.
She probably had 3 on the side, you know.
Or no, she didn't. Well, she didn't have them on the side. She had them at the ready. And if she decided she liked someone, she'd string them along a little bit, but not seal any deals, but then would come up with a reason to dump the other guy. Dune Raid said she was a radio star girlfriend. Johnny, you wrecked that. Well, the thing is that while I'm talking to her, something weird happened on the chat. And something happened where she made a face like something was going wrong, and then all of a sudden, her computer cut, and then when I tried to call her phone, there was no answer at her phone.
Oh, wow.
And keep in mind, I was a bit paranoid about this whole dating a 17-year-old thing that was going on, and so I was worried that maybe like someone in her family figured out that, you know, our teenage daughter is messing around with some 20-something-year-old in Maine.
Gators was getting catfish.
And maybe they pulled the plug on her computer. Like, dude, you stop messing around with 20-something-year-olds. Lisa was 17. We never met in person. I was never going to meet her in person. We never even had even though we were saying we were boyfriend girlfriend, we weren't like, there was no phone bone going on. It was all on the up and up. We kept it innocent.
Are you sure she was 17?
I would never do it. I think so.
She might have been 13. You don't know. Should have been even more disturbing, right?
I wouldn't do it again.
No.
No,
Yeah.
no. It was a mistake, but I was still in my young 20s.
Yeah. And
And-
the thing is, we're young. We figure things out.
It's the type of thing that you take that age difference and you're like, well, there are adults that date that are that age
Oh yeah,
difference.
Sparky has a
If
question,
she's mature enough and I'm in this for the long game and we play it slow, it could work. But there were a lot of ifs there that do not. So anyways, I thought maybe something was going on, that they pulled the plug on her compute, because my mind just goes to the worst case scenario, and once it's in my mind, it's there until I disprove it.
But did you have any evidence to that
Of course not.
whatsoever?
Of course not.
So she
But-
pulled the plug.
But well, no, she came back shortly after, but I'm just the only reason I tell the story is to explain my headspace when what happened next. So at this
Oh.
point in time, I threw
What,
away
you met with her and banged her?
No,
Oh.
that, as I said, that never. No, we never met. She ended
Oh.
up dumping me like a week later.
Oh, boo.
But at this point in time, I was in a really bad headspace. I had just thrown away my internet radio show, thinking I wouldn't give a damn about it. And
Well,
then I
how was
found-
she going to connect with you if your internet radio show is gone?
She had a phone number.
We still
It's
had each
not
other's
fa-
phone numbers.
Yeah, they still have phones.
At this point, we were talking off the show quite a bit. I was never in the same room as her. Thank you, Sparky. Sparky's listening.
Yeah.
So I was in this bad headspace because I had thrown away my internet radio show, and as I was calming down from that, I was starting to be upset that I had tossed that away. My online girlfriend suddenly disappeared after being upset with me and making a face like she was getting found out. And I thought, oh my God, I might never hear from her again. And so I was like, everything's falling apart around me. It was one of those like brief moments in time where you just feel like everything's falling apart. And then someone messaged me, one of the regulars of NHB, who was also a regular of internet radio in general, messaged me and saying, hey dude, what are you going to do now that you quit? And I'm like, I don't know, I had a pretty good run. He's like, no man, you should keep doing your show. Just go do it somewhere else. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be one of those guys that hops from station to station. I'm an NHB guy. That's my station. That's where my show belongs. And I still kind of feel that way, and I regret that this happened. But it all happened and worked out in the end. He's like, dude, let me put you in touch with Mark the DJ. We'll get your show over on DEF CON. You'll be fine over there.
Oh, that's right, DEF CON. You were never on Social Crime. You were on DEF CON and Wild Bunch, right?
Yeah. And Wild Bunch, I mostly simulcasted to, but then there was a period of time where I had some daggers in my back on the NHB side of things and had to be only Wild Bunch. So
his name is Rico. Oh, sorry.
So I decided, well, I left out the part where Rico cussed me out because I've told that part of the story enough times.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Right.
Vamp. But so, anyways, I guess I would have never gone to DEF CON. I would have never considered doing something like that. Especially, it seemed to me such a tacky move. Quit a station because you got pissed off, and then go to the rival. But at that point in time, I was like, well, at least this fixes one of my problems that is starting to develop right now. And I needed that. I needed to fix one of my problems. So I'm like, well, so I said, okay, go ahead, put me in touch with Mark the DJ. I'll consider taking the show to DEF CON. And Mark the DJ, very nice guy. He's like, what's going on? And I explained to him the whole story about the Lisa, the chat room, the Rico banning her, and then I quit, and then Rico cussed me out after Vamp tried to make a peace between us. And Mark goes, is this some kind of a bit or some kind of a scam or something? Like, I don't need that. I'm like, no, this is totally real. He's like, are you for? That's the most ridiculous story I have ever heard. We don't have that over here. You come over here. We don't have that drama that they have over there. We connect, we do our show, and when we disconnect, we're done. No drama, no bullshit.
Where was it? Where was there no drama?
DEF CON.
At DEF CON.
Oh.
Was Mark the GJ the guy with the smaller or Gibby arm?
I think
So why did you leave
Uh-huh.
DEF CON?
I don't remember.
Because NHB.
Because you
had-
like drama.
No, NHB
No.
had something that
No.
DEF CON didn't. They
Drama.
had- well,
Well,
that came with what they had.
okay, Brian, you have to
Yeah.
you have to understand internet radio of the late '90s and early 2000s, and actually today, you can't have a station without drama. That's just what
Well,
it is.
Well, the big reason
Yeah.
we had drama was because Damon saw the potential. Because a big part of what made NHB what it was that the shows all interacted and fed off of one another and bounced off of one another. Although, as people got busier, that happened less and less. You know, I didn't have time to listen to everyone's show every week and call into all their shows. I didn't
Yeah.
have time to come up with a way to weave a joke into other shows. We were losing time to do that. And Damon was pissed off that NHB was losing some of that magic. And so
The
Damon
magic?
was, yeah. Because when it worked, it was great. There were
Yeah,
times
yeah.
that there'd be a running gag from show to show to show over a number of weeks
Yeah.
that would go on. And Damon loved it when that happened and when that worked.
How
But
many
when-
how many listeners are we getting on NHB nowadays?
Not enough to look up
About-
what the number is.
9 cajillion.
We have 600 million potential listeners
Don't
right now.
don't worry, Brian. It's over 9,000. It's fine.
It's sure.
Yeah.
Back then, we
Hey
were getting,
NHB, join us on Twitch so we can drop NHB.
we were we're not dropping it. It's tradition at this
I
point.
know,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
only
tradition.
kidding.
But back in the day, we were getting a respectable listener counts
Yeah,
for
you
what we
were
were
getting,
doing
like,
for a hobby station.
300 to 500 people listening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, and sometimes
And now on Twitch we have 6.
yeah,
Whoa!
1,000.
8.
Yeah.
We have 8.
Oh,
in
8.
total.
I can't read.
Well,
and-
StreamYard is reporting 8, so that's 6
Yeah.
from Twitch, and I guess that's
Oh.
2 from YouTube.
And Brian, don't worry. It's not just the listeners we have now. It's replays and how people listen to them and stuff like that.
Do people
so.
replay Twitch?
Yeah, I watch
shows?
VODs. I watch
Some-
VODs all the time.
Some will restream shows on their Twitch
Yeah.
channels, program
Yeah.
replays.
Well, no, you can click on it and watch a VOD. It makes it easy to
Yeah.
do.
You
Yeah, I
can do
do it all
that
the time.
too. But you could also program your VODs to replay. That is a feature that you have.
Actually, I have listened to older shows. But
So anyways, that's the only reason I wanted DEF CON, because I was in a bad headspace, and that fixed one of the problems I had created for myself at that point in time. Although then it created another problem, because Damon came back from the weekend and played a game of Flip Flop, which is when I started to learn a little bit more about how much I just don't understand Damon. Because Damon's like, what the hell happened? I'm away for a weekend, and one of my shows quits on me. And so I explained to Damon what happened, and Damon's like, dude, you could have come to me and we talked it out or whatever. You didn't need to storm off, or, although how many times has Damon stormed off? But so I said, yeah, it's cool, but I've already put myself over on DEF CON and put myself on their site, but maybe at a future time we could talk about me coming back, because I'm like, I didn't want to then become a flip-flopper myself. And Damon goes, yeah, that's cool. Well, you just let me know whenever you want to come back and we can work it out. That was Damon's exact words, or very close to them. And when Damon said that, I thought to myself, well, this is silly. Well, this is stupid. I don't belong on DEF CON. I just had a little, bit of a disagreement with Rico. The owner of the station, Damon, has said I'm welcome back. That's where I really want to be. It's where I want to interact with. It's where my show belongs. I should just take up Damon on his invitation to come back and come back. And he'll work it out with Rico. Well, Damon has a way of cashing checks, writing checks with his mouth that he can't cash, or however that saying goes. Because once I come back and say, hey, Damon, you know what? This whole thing's stupid. Why don't I just come back? We'll scrub the thing with DEF CON. since you said let you know if I want to come back. And Damon's like, well, you're on DEF CON's website, and you got this problem here. I don't know how it's going to work. I'm like, oh, all right. I'll stay on DEF CON for now. All right, okay, man. But hey, just let me know when you want to come back.
Oh.
And then so
a little
I
bit
thought,
of bipolarness right there.
and I'm like, well, he just said it again, and I still think this is stupid. So I come back. I'm like, okay, I'd like to come back. He goes, well, yeah, but you did this and that and that. And what? I'm like, okay, all right, I'll stay on. Okay, but let me know when you want to. And it's like, grr! Always so eager to please, as long as he doesn't have to actually do anything difficult.
Yeah, no. If he doesn't actually do anything, it's fine.
And I say that I love the guy. I wish I could hang out with him more. But I got my flaws too, and I'm sure Damon would be more than happy to come on stream and point them all out as well. But nothing for all the flaws and issues that Damon, I have to say he's nowhere near as bad as that damn motherfucking washing machine in my basement.
Oh,
the squeaky one. Oh, wait, no. Different washing machine.
Well, actually, no, this one's squeaking now.
Oh, is this one squeaking now?
Yeah, and I decided to let it squeak because
Wait.
It's-
Are you recording it for your morning show now?
No.
Are you doing the Gators morning squeaky washing machine again?
Now I'm doing well. Now I got to figure out what to do with 3 inches of water on my basement floor.
Oh,
in the
did it
corner.
explode?
suck it off.
I don't know what happened. All I know is I put a load of laundry in, and here's the thing: I always set the washer to deep water wash, and I watched what deep water wash does. Deep water wash doesn't put in deep water. Nothing I can do. The only thing that will make that washing machine fill the tub up with water is to set it to a fresh mode. They'll give you a full tub of water for extra tablets you have to buy to clean your washer, but they also bypass the temperature control that you set for that mode and only fill it with hot water, which I don't want to wash my colored clothes in hot water. So I can't use a fresh mode to get a full tub of water to do a proper washing job. The way modern washing machines work is they spray as little water as possible to call it efficient, and they tumble your damp clothes in a little bit of mild of soapy water, and they go, you really don't need a lot of water to wash your clothes. Just a little bit will, get the detergent in there, get it clean. They put so little water in there, if you actually put a full load in there, the clothes on top, which are nowhere near the top of the basin, are dry. Are fucking dry. They never get wet during the cleaning cycle. Stone fucking dry. And then when I set it to deep water wash, it fills up with a little bit more water, but there's still like socks on top that are still dry. Fucking dry. It's not soaking the clothes. It's pissing me off. And so, but anyways,
Why a new washer?
I let I paid a bunch of money for this washer. I don't have the money for a washer right now.
Gators, does this have warranty on it or not?
It's out of warranty because I've had it for a few years now. I could probably buy an extended warranty, wait 6 months, and
Oh.
I don't know if I start showing up in Whirlpool's database as a frequent cashier inner of
Actually,
warranties that are supposed to rip me off.
Well, don't buy the warranty from them.
No, but the thing is this
There
is
are
a washing.
tons of third-party home warranty outfits.
This washing machine I bought a few years ago was brand spanking new, and that is the problem. That is the problem.
You
what
should
I
have
want-
bought a better one.
I should have kept the old one and had it repaired when it finally went. It was showing signs that things were starting to slip, but it was a real old school mechanical washing machine.
yeah, mine's old school mechanical.
And that's the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, after all,
Put
you
money
could
into keeping
fit
it
the
going.
old one in the basement next to that air conditioning unit.
Doing writes in, are you positive the agitator works? Yes. Yes, the agitator works. Which is not really an agitator, it's the board. But that board is spinning back and forth independent of the tub and tumbling the clothes around. But the clothes don't... They only barely get wet after running through the cycle. I mean, if the cycle's starting and clothes on top are still dry, that's not washing clothes. Fill the fucking thing. It's a top loader. But the problem is now it's starting to make squeaking noises. So I'm sitting there eating dinner while running a load of laundry, so I have pants to wear to work tomorrow, and I hear squeaking coming from the basement, and I'm like, dude, deal with it, because Gators needs to wear pants to work tomorrow. I'm not going in a pair of briefs. That's just not happening. So you fucking. So the cycle finishes. I go downstairs. I lift up the lid, and the clothes are kind of, to their normal standard of clean that this washer gets them, which is clean enough to wear, but and cover with perfume smell, because I'm just throwing in a bunch of other shit. And I fill that tub with detergent, washing soda, vinegar, and fabric and scented fabric softener, and that's getting me to a better state that the clothes smell clean. Although if I get caught in the rain and the clothes get wet, they smell like wet dog. So there's still a bit of dog in my clothes that come out underwater. But as long as I stay dry.
Gator's just hiding a little dog.
When did you get a dog?
And he has a little chihuahua back there behind the washing machine.
So
just
anyways,
hangs out back there.
As I'm taking the clothes out of the washer, I notice there's a bit of water coming from underneath the washer. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it is raining. So it's like, oh man, I got water coming in the basement. And I look, the corner is kind of sloped away, so at least all the water is contained to a corner. I got like 3 inches of water in this corner behind the fucking washer. And I'm like, where the hell did this come from? And there's no leak there now. There's nothing that's making it run in there now. So it's like, what happened? Did the washer spring a leak from the drain hose? Because the drain hose is still going into the drain pipe that is there for it. But it's an open drain pipe, and the drain hose is a hook type of thing. So it's like, did my drain pipe back up?
That would be my first guess.
Maybe is it a problem with the washing machine, or is it a problem with my drain pipe that because of the rain and because let me tell you, walking home, anytime an oncoming car came, I had to duck into someone's driveway to not get sprayed with water, because our fucking roads drainage system is a fucking joke.
Gators, do you have a sump pump downstairs? Or do you know how one of those in the basement?
No sump pump.
Yeah, I kind of wonder in location areas if people do that or not with basements, but like here, I know someone that lives in San Francisco. They have a sump pump going 24/7. They otherwise they wouldn't have a basement. They have one going all the time.
Sparky writes in, I thought top loaders fill the tub up with water almost to the top. Oh,
yeah, mine does.
Modern washers. In fact, I've actually seen reviews that tell you use the deep water wash, because the only reason they set washing machines to use as little water as they can is not because that it can do a good job, but because they can call it they can report how efficient their washer is by having it only use a little bit of water, but it's really too little. It's a normal thing for modern washers to use less water than is ideal for an ideal job to be able to boost their efficiency rating. But I would have expected a deep water wash to put enough water in to submerge the clothes. And it puts in more water, but it does not submerge the clothes. And I don't know if I have a bad sensor, but it just seems to be consistent that this washer just doesn't want to fill the fucking tub. Because it'll fill the tub when I put it in a fresh mode, which is the mode to use a fresh tablet to clean the washer. So it is capable of filling the damn thing. Now I know my supply line is not leaking water, because if my supply line was leaking water, I would have seen a leak that was causing the puddle. The puddle has happened in the past. The water is sitting there, and that's the question: do I let the water sit there and will it take care of itself, or do I need to come up with a way to suck the water out of this corner? Because it's sloped into a corner, so it's kind of stationary, but I don't have a way to get it out of there.
Do you have a wet dry vac at all, like a shop vac or something?
No, I don't.
I bought one on Amazon. I'm going to tell you, I bought one on Amazon about a month ago. They're not that expensive. They're like $60 and you get a pretty decent one. I mean, they're pretty
go to
cheap.
Home Depot.
Oh, there's that too. But I bought one on Amazon because I was lazy. Honestly, I used it just for I use it as a leaf blower for my deck.
Hey, DoorDash is now delivering stuff, not just food.
Dune writes in, broom it to the drain. I don't have a drain in my basement I can broom it
See,
to.
that one is weird too, because every basement I've been to has a little drain somewhere. I'm kind of surprised about that one as well.
Yeah,
Well,
that's weird.
I have a corner with dirt that has the water main on and off. And
So that's like a sump.
well, there's no room for a pump in there. It's just
Well, I mean, if you got water in there, you could dig it a little deeper to put a pump in it.
I don't got water in there. Usually it's dry.
So
Actually,
sweep it toward that dry sump.
well, I have so.
Listen to the wine. Oh,
There's no
it's
way
a good vintage.
I can't clear a path.
Oh,
You got to put the shit out. Now, do you have the shit on either pallets or blocks of wood?
Well, at this point,
Have you ever had a basement before?
This is my first. Well, I grew
So
up with a house with a
everything
basement.
should be on a pallet or just some sticks of wood.
I don't have pallets.
Well, then get sticks of wood.
See,
Just
I was.
2x4s or 2x3s or something
Well, how
like
does
that.
that help me sweep? I'm supposed to sweep things under pallets? I mean,
No, it's open it up so the shit doesn't get wet. That's the purpose of that.
The only thing that's gotten wet is the original box to my expensive turntable, which
Isn't that enough?
it's a box. I can live without it. I'm a little upset that now I can never repackage this turntable and sell it like it was like in really good condition with the original
So
packaging.
the box is completely ruined.
Well, the
I'm
box.
gonna get out the little violin.
Yeah, it's a box.
Poor Johnny.
It's a box.
So-
That's my point. My point is that I've not damaged anything. I only
yeah,
lost.
that's good. At least you haven't damaged anything. I know people that have had a basement and they've destroyed computers and everything else down there. And they've had the drainage pipes.
Now
So-
my
go
media
ahead.
server's sitting on a milk crate, so it's way.
That's
off
smart.
the floor.
That's smart. Oh,
Yeah.
media server
There you
in
go.
the basement.
There you go.
Yeah. Just
So
elevate
get
his
some
butt.
more, get some more
just-
milk crates.
Yeah, just elevate the expensive crap. Honestly, that's what I would do. But
Anything. In my
Well, I mean, you
basement's-
don't want boxes to be ruined because the exact problem is there you can't sell it in a box.
well, yeah.
Well, I just how will the
Oh.
water? How long will the water sit, or will it eventually soak into the concrete somewhere?
Well, you are not into reality, man.
So
Well,
Dams are made of concrete. They are never going to leak.
So I'm gonna have 3 inches of water in that corner until
Forever.
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 There's
Yeah.
Get the
Unless-
shop
Spark-
back
yeah,
or
Sparky's
sweep
correct.
it into that corner. The shop back would be better.
Honestly, that was the main reason I bought one. Is my kitchen. Sometimes my neighbors upstairs likes putting stuff down the garbage disposal, their drain, like foliage or I have figured out like salad or something. They don't use the garbage disposal, so it backs up and my kitchen explodes. And so I bought a shop vac for my kitchen so I could suck up all the water at least.
Yeah.
So, and they're pretty good. Gators, they're pretty good. They're pretty cheap at least. They're about $50-$60 for an okay one. They sell them at Lowe's. They sell them at Home Depot. They sell them on Amazon.
Absolutely.
And-
Who's the closest hardware
Yeah.
store?
And honestly, Amazon will do next day shipping for those most of the time too.
Sure.
At least,
I'm surprised that
Yeah,
Johnny
yeah.
isn't actually ordering it right this minute.
well,
I
the
am,
nice
like-
thing is,
tapped out this month.
Yeah, I mean-
I'm running out of savings. I'm my that I would dip into to cover extra expenses of my credit card every month. I need
Yeah.
to. I've done a lot of traveling this summer. I need to.
you need to
fucking-
save. No, I understand that. I
You
understand.
know, and
So
not to
get out
mention,
the broom.
I'd like to see Disney again next year and use that day I still have on my pass, which first world problems. But if I keep having to
Yeah.
rebuy major appliances because no one can make a fucking thing that works right anymore, how am I,
I
ever going to
understand.
travel?
It's
again?
very frustrating, honestly. And my
It
washer
is,
dryer.
It is.
Yeah,
Whirlpool
my washer
done
dryer.
me
Just,
dirty. Whirlpool
Yeah.
done me. They should have to refund me in full for that washing machine because that washing machine
luck
has
with
not
that.
done one damn good thing for me. I'm not suggesting I would have luck with that. I'm just saying
How long have you owned it?
too long for a warranty to even cover anything on it.
that sucks.
I could
But
probably buy an
th-
extended
those
warranty
things-
on it.
I swear washing. I must be thinking about back in the day, but I swear those things had like 20-year warranties or 15 years. That's way back in the old days, isn't it? They don't do that anymore, right?
No, nothing. No. Heck, they build things that break down in 60 days, so they got to give you the 30-day warranty.
I mean, my washer dryer
That's
had
what
been.
people need to jump on the whole bandwagon of right to repair. Even a repair job is freaking expensive.
You've done repair on that before, right? A little bit on that washer dryer.
Well, this washer does have a flaw that there is a part that slips off easily that causes the agitation to stop agitating. And someone basically, when I called a repair guy, he basically, instead of coming out and charging me money, told me on the phone how to fix it for free to save himself a trip.
Damn.
And I'm like, dude, should I give you something? I feel like I'm just like caught. He's like, don't worry about it. It's all good. You know?
He's probably like, don't worry about it. If you look on YouTube, they probably tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
But you just have to know what to look for. That's the problem.
He knows that if you're smart, you'll be calling him back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't want to buy another new washing machine because they all suck.
Yeah, I understand.
I don't think anyone makes a decent washing machine anymore that's worth replacing this with.
Well, you get a top brand. That's all.
What is a top brand? I thought Whirlpool was a pretty respectable brand.
They used to be millions of years ago.
What the hell happened?
They got cheap.
So who's the good brand now?
Oh, who was it? It's called Speed. What's it called?
Let's see. There's
Speed something.
Speed Queen, I think it is.
Yeah, that's the one that everybody actually recommends. Those are actually the ones that last the longest.
In fact, we were talking to a fix-it guy. He says, "Yeah, get one of those."
Yeah, because the reason is they used to do full commercial brands for like big companies, and like they do them for if you look at laundromats and stuff, that's the company using laundromats, and they started making home ones and they sell. They say never buy Samsung, unfortunately, even though they have the coolest noises when they win. You know, when you do it.
I don't know. I think LG has the coolest noises. Although after a while you get just damn sick of it. Can I change those tunes?
I know. Don't you wish you could upload MP3s to them or something?
On Amazon, you can get a Craftsman 2.5 gallon wet dry vac. $41.95.
That actually might be better than one that I bought.
So I bought the washing machine in February of 2021 for $550.
Yeah. How much?
$550 down the fucking drain, literally.
I'm surprised they didn't at least give you a 5-year warranty on those.
I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Well, you know what? I need to take a look.
Yeah. Look at the place you bought it from, and then look at manufacturers as well.
I bought it from Lowe's.com.
Okay. And look to see if there are any recalls on them too. Actually.
Oh, let's see. Here's the warranty guide. Whirlpool Laundry Limited Warranty. Attach your receipt here. Let's see. Before contacting us to arrange service, please determine whether your product requires repair. Let's see. What is covered? What is not covered? Let's see. For 1 year from the date of purchase, when this major appliance is installed, operated, and maintained according to instructions attached to or furnished with the product, Whirlpool Corporation or Whirlpool Canada LP, hereafter Whirlpool, will pay for factory-specified replacement parts and repair labor to correct defects in materials or workmanship that existed when this major appliance was purchased, or at its sole discretion replace the product in the event of product replacement. Your appliance will be warranted by the remaining term of the original unit's warranty period.
So
1 year.
When I buy a washer dryer, I should get a manufacturer and a place I bought it warranty extended on it.
Well, the problem with extended warranties is they always price them to not work out in your favor.
That's true.
So what are you expecting?
I mean, I guess some warranties better than none, but I don't know.
I'm expecting people to sell me something with quality that they believe in and that they believe will last 10 years, and therefore they feel comfortable warrantying any problems free of charge for 10
When
years.
has that last happened?
Back when America was great. Wait.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Tell you.
You can't even buy American products anymore that are any
I
good.
tell you what, if you get mandatory, if you start proposing policies of mandatory 10-year warranties that cover everything, I will get right on board. You will get my vote so fast.
Oh,
Right.
oh yeah, I think so, dude.
Dude, yeah, this has the bump on the bottom, not the full.
I so you can fit more in
Do
it.
they make anything with an agitator anymore? I don't think that's even an option anymore. And Brian's still trying to spend my money.
Yeah. That's what I'm here for.
I got other things going on this week.
Yeah.
I don't have
Yeah.
time for this.
So don't do anything and let it
Yeah.
ruin anything more.
Well,
Ruin
I've
other
cleared
stuff.
the corner out. It's just my washing machine's got a little water on its feet now. It'll be fine.
Well,
Although
what I would
like-
recommend, what else you can do,
Actually,
Gator?
actually, the box that is sitting in water has a stack of a whole bunch of other stuff that box is keeping dry. So I got to figure out where to move that stack. But I discovered this like 15 minutes before it was time to go live. So it was like, do I rearrange my basement or do I do the show?
So,
it
I
was
have
just a
one other
box.
question that might help temporarily. Instead of a wet dry vac for the moment,
Okay.
you have a broom and you have a plastic trash can.
I got a rabies infected one.
Wait, is rabies infected?
Well, there was an incident at the old apartment, and one night Chris and I were lying in bed watching TV, and the next thing we knew, we were ducking under the covers, hiding from the bat that was flying around over us. So once it left the room, I went and I found a broom and a waste paper basket and a towel, and proceeded to knock the bat out of mid-flight in the air to the floor, and got it in the towel and scooped it into the wastebasket, and so we took the wastebasket outside, put it down, and it flew away, so at some point I'm like, well, we got to get rid of this wastebasket, and so it's in my basement now, kind of.
You
in a
can't just
corner
spray it with
someplace.
Lysol. Doesn't that kill rabies?
I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, it's the rabies waste bin. I need to toss it at some point. I may have already tossed it by now.
Okay.
I probably
Why don't you just clean it with vinegar? Done.
Does that kill rabies?
Sure, why not?
I use Lysol. Can't the Lysol?
Should I
That-
inject the vinegar into my veins if I get? the
Yes, that's right. You
Don't-
got it.
Yeah. Gators is pickling himself from the inside out.
So you didn't
no,
like my other suggestion. Here's another suggestion.
No.
Ready?
I'll probably buy the damn vac.
Yeah.
Yeah, and get this too. Get this. Solves your problems.
Okay.
Oh. Look at that. That's worth it. That right there. Best suggestion. Brian's put it up there all day.
That's right. I'm all about the good stuff.
Those. You know what though? Those suck. I mean, they're fine if you want something while you're camping. I mean, or something like that.
You're going to be
I
doing
like
it
his reaction.
every
Those suck.
every day.
Let me
Every day.
let me tell you, I bought a bigger version of that.
Did you really?
When I was
And
in
you
the-
still have it?
it doesn't work anymore.
Oh.
I
Was
need
it
to
electric or hand? There is a model someplace I've seen where it's got a hand crank. No electricity wasted.
I bought one of these mini washing machines that you could connect to your sink for the apartment because I was sick and tired of going down 2 flights of stairs to the basement and pumping $2 of quarters in per load.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
And
3 washes and you paid for it.
And Seth had one of these types of washing machines at their lake cabin, and
Yeah.
and they had it rigged up to the sink. So I'm
Or
like,
did they
oh,
ever sell that?
yeah, they sold it.
Cool.
So I bought one of those off of Amazon, and and for a while I was just doing my laundry in the kitchen at the apartment every week, running a few loads through that, and it was kind of a pain, and sometimes it got a little bit of water on the floor, but usually we kept the towel down to deal with that, but the problem was at some point the agitator stopped agitating properly.
Oh, that's a shame.
And by then it was out of warranty,
Yeah.
and I complained to Amazon, and they said, well, you have
How
to deal
much?
with the
How much did it
manufacturer.
cost? Ish.
I've no idea. I have to
So-
find.
Make up a number.
Well, I could search my Amazon history pretty easy.
Yeah.
It,
There you go.
All right. It was a Panda small compact portable washing machine, 12-pound capacity.
Those are kind of neat. You can put
Yeah.
those on freaking your counter. Those
It
are
was
kind
a-
of cool.
It was $180. It was a
Yeah,
little tall
yeah.
for a countertop, but it was.
Well, I know Panda makes the smaller ones. Those are actually the only ones I've ever really ever seen. They made bigger ones. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, 12-pound isn't their biggest. Actually, I was expecting it because the one that that Seth had at the cabin was bigger than that one, and that's kind of what I was expecting. But it still got the job done until it stopped agitating properly.
Yeah.
But it had two compartments because it had a compartment to agitate, and it had a compartment that would do a spin cycle to spin drive, and then I had these clotheslines things that I kind of put out and just dangle the clothes on and let them air dry.
Yeah. Well, basically, all I was saying with the broom and the trash can, just try to sweep the water into it and try to get rid of it that way. That at least get rid of at least an inch or two of water.
I mean, yeah, I could probably try to
Yeah.
bin some of it, but I probably should get a wet dry vac. I'll take a look at what it looks like after the show.
Yeah. It's annoying, dude. I'm so sorry. If I was there, I'd just let you mind, but
Yeah, and I'd take you up on that if I just had to drive around the corner to get it.
yeah, I'm right around the corner. Just come on over.
Yeah.
I'll lend it to you.
It's a long corner.
Those blocks are damn big.
Yep.
Well,
Anyways, I did. You know what? I wanted to revisit a topic that we touched on here in the past in the show. And do you remember in the past I mentioned a TV show that was gone down in history as the quickest show to get canceled?
Oh, what was that one? I forget.
It was called Turn On, and it got canceled during their first episode.
so it was a turn off.
During the first episode.
Yeah. Like some TV stations stopped airing it after the commercial break, and
Wow,
preempted
is
it
it that
with-
bad?
And then some TV stations on the West Coast, when they got wind of how bad it was, decided not to air it and preempted it.
Wait, Chevy Chase was in it, and it
No.
was that bad?
No, Doom was saying the worst TV show was Chevy Chase. Well, Chevy didn't get canceled as quickly as Turn On. Well, anyways, and we talked about this in the past, and we showed like a few clips that had like leaked out or survived, and Mars went running somewhere in a hurry.
No, I'm here. I'm sorry. I had to throw
Oh.
something away.
Oh, okay.
Just
I
moved my
thought
chair.
you were falling on the floor or something.
No, that's my chair. Going across the tile. Sorry. It's
So-
wheels. I'm fine.
It was a very weird sketch comedy show made in 1969 with the premise that it was the first computer generated show. Now it wasn't really computer generated, but that was the premise that was running. And it was very fast paced from sketch to sketch to sketch. I don't even know if you could call these sketches because they tend to be very short.
More like a skit than a sketch.
Or not even. I don't even know if you call it a skit. But I'll show you because. So, anyways, I'd heard of the show. I had seen the clips of it, so I had an idea of what it was like. But the full episodes were not available anywhere, and so Kristen likes to watch the This Week in SNL Twitch channel, which will show old Saturday Night Live episodes.
Yeah,
and they'll also
definitely.
show other sketch comedy shows. Like one day she asked me, "Have you heard of Fridays?" And I'm like, "What? You mean the show that Michael Richards and Larry David were on? Where they got in that fight with Andy Kaufman?" Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Yeah. The only reason people know that is because there was a fight with Andy Kaufman, honestly.
Yeah. Well, also
If they
Larry
hadn't been for
David
that,
and
do people
Michael
really remember
Richards. Yeah. I mean, that's the biggest thing
Yeah.
that it was.
Yeah.
But so one night they're just running a bunch of weird things, and I come downstairs, and for some reason they're airing something where Elaine Stritch is singing "The Ladies at Lunch," and I'm like, "What is this from?" She goes, "Well, it has something to do with a documentary," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, I'm familiar with that, but why is she like? Is this she's a music guest on something or what?" But I didn't quite get the full explanation to why Elaine Stritch was singing "The Ladies at Lunch" on this stream. But then it went to the next program, and there's this white background and people pushing buttons and a bunch of weird sketches with synthesizer sounds in the background. And I'm like, it can't be. And Kristen goes, oh, another one of these. This is going to be weird. And I'm like, what? This leaked? I can get this now? And sure enough, I watched. It was weird. And I went and I Googled. And yes, I now have the 2 completed episodes of Turn
Oh,
On.
nice.
Yes. Yeah, so it is quite weird. It's everything it's promised to be. So just to give you an example of how weird, this is 1969 TV. So Brian, you were there. Does this seem like something that you would find would fit in with standard programming in the late 60s?
I don't remember it.
Well, Charlie, this is it. First computerized TV show.
I never programmed a program before. What's first?
This week's guest star, Tim Conway.
Groovy. Turn
Groovy.
on.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Peyton Replays.
Nice.
We will not be bringing you our usual weather report for Hong Kong, as the weatherman is down with the Sioux City flu.
Wow.
Okay, but take me to Cuba.
I got rhythm, I got rhythm.
Weird.
Yeah. It's a little
These eyes
unnerving
lifeless.
how fast it goes.
But see what
So when they're talking about AI TV and we don't need actors anymore, just start playing this.
This is what this is human programmed computer TV, supposedly.
Well, I know, I understand that, but just show this anyway.
Yeah. This
This is like a really poor version of Monty Python.
uh,
Where's the
You
silly
know,
walk? I want the silly walk.
I'll tell you what it kind of reminds me of. Kind of a Monty Python / SCTV thing.
Or,
Kinda both
or
put
laugh
together.
in. Or laugh in.
well, it was made by the same people that made Laugh-In.
Oh,
Was
okay.
it? Aha, see? Winner.
Excuse me as I'm adding that channel to my view.
Yeah, Laugh-In would do that kind of stuff.
At the table at the Ferris Peace Talks, agreed to by General Key.
I don't think Major Byrne is emotionally stable enough to lead a platoon.
You're right. Give him a regiment.
I feel so guilty. I mean, lying here. I should be out shopping somewhere.
Hi, Eddie Edwards again, girls. You'll thank me.
So I don't know. What do you think of it, Brian? Would you sit through the whole episode, or would you change the channel?
Can be changed.
I'd watch the whole thing. That's kind of cool.
I love the synthesizer sound that just runs throughout the background.
Yeah.
Ignores me. They
Oh,
don't
yeah.
speak a word to each other. He's rude, he's
Now, this
vulgar,
was
he
not
never
typical of
wins
the
titles,
60s.
he beats me.
They had to actually
Did you
run-
ever watch the Buck Rogers series that came out in the, I think it was the 80s?
No.
I did.
Woman needs love.
I did. I love Buck Rogers. I used to have the toy.
You know, because they used to have the computerized music on it. It kind of like, you know, if that's the future of music, you know, just slit my throat.
Yeah. Tim Conway, really?
Yes. He's a special guest in the first episode.
Wow. Wait, why was that canceled? He's awesome.
It's all the other people made it got it canceled.
Was that music in the background of everything?
Well, yeah.
No wonder people turned it off. I'd watch it without that part.
What was it called again?
Turn On.
How many seconds before your pain
And now a commercial. But yeah, so that is now available to download if you search for it.
Oh,
Both
nice.
episodes.
I might have to download both episodes.
Yeah.
See if I can blank out the background part.
No, I like the sounds. And
There's even a Wikipedia page on it.
Oh, there you go.
Mason-Dixon line would now be the
There
Canadian
you go.
border.
Episode number 2.
Why don't I ever get the girl? Well, I don't know, man. It's a drag, I know, but you've got to realize...
Oh, there is a list of shows on Wikipedia that were canceled after one episode.
Well, this still beats them because it was before the episode ended.
That's pretty good. Wait, how do you cancel a show in the middle of it?
Well, apparently, one of the station managers in Ohio was pissed off that it replaced a show that he really liked, so he started bad-mouthing the show before it even aired, and claimed that the switchboards are letting up with complaints, and he got enough other station managers to listen to him that he got. But also, the show was really weird, so one person could certainly nudge a bunch of people to look at that and go, "I'm not running that." And so yeah, a bunch of the affiliates basically.
But you still, there had to be. I mean, it was sent out. The entire show was sent out, so not every station canceled it.
Some stations canceled running it halfway into the episode, and some stations on the West Coast decided to pull it at the last minute. So it got canceled during the running of the first episode.
That's impressive, though.
That is. So a second episode was actually made?
Right, and was
2
scheduled to
episodes,
air.
1 unaired. Yes, by the Wikipedia listing.
Yep. That's the other episode I was just running.
But you can get that from this. Yeah.
Yep, I found a download of the second episode here.
Oh, there you go.
Still waiting for a third episode, right?
Still waiting. Any day now. Well, the thing is, I have seen some discussion allude to there being footage for other episodes prepared, but they never assembled another full episode.
They never
of the first
finished
2.
the edit cycle.
So
Yeah.
there may have been footage for other episodes in existence.
So do you think the season 11 of Curse of Oak Island will actually ever come out?
No.
Actually, it will because
Nope.
History
not here.
Channel's making a lot of ad money.
Not in
on
this
that.
house. Not in this house. It won't.
Oh boy.
There have been no episodes of The Curse of Oak Island in this house. No seasons. Canceled.
Hesty has secretly been DVRing
Now-
it while
now,
you've
they
been in
do-
a range.
Yeah.
Now, you do see those like swirling colors and things like that. That is pretty good.
That's probably like
computer-
what they
That-
painted onto the screen when they made it or
No.
something.
No, that's computer generated material. Like there is like really groundbreaking
use, like,
at
a
the
video
time
toaster
computer-generated
thingy,
material.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Senor Campbell. You are too far ahead of your time.
I'm just trying to think of the computers they'd use in '69 to do it.
I don't know. It's
Actually, sir, the test is for the kids, not for the principal.
Oh.
Okay. Tell them we'll forget Auschwitz if
Well, that's a shame.
charge against us to manslaughter.
wow.
That's over the top.
Now, you may fire me for this, but we've got to do something about your son. He keeps coming in late, taking 3-hour
Are you supposed to be on something to watch this, or?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. I see Gators did not hesitate. Yes.
I think that would help.
That would help.
Digby Wolf. She does look like one of the women that would do the dancing stuff on Laugh-In.
Yeah, she may have been.
I have not watched Laughing in ages. I think I can watch that on Tubi. I think.
I've seen it. So, yeah, just search your Roku
Yeah.
box itself,
Oh,
and it'll show you where it's being played.
I don't have a Roku.
I think I have it. Huh?
I don't have a Roku, sir.
Well, you have something else, right?
I have an Apple TV and a Fire Stick.
So your Fire Stick or the Apple TV will be able to search for
Or
it.
Alexa,
At the
where's
top
Laughing
level.
being streamed at?
From JustWatch.com. Currently, you are able to watch Still Laughing. The Stars celebrate streaming on Netflix.
Oh. Okay. I don't think that's the right one, but okay.
I think I saw it on Amazon.
Okay, I'll have to look around and see.
I have a DVD set that has a few episodes, but I think it's one of those.
I'm
think it only
pretty
has,
sure
like,
they're
4
probably
episodes.
on YouTube too. I bet.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Oh, it's kind of cool that you found those rare episodes. You know, that's
Yeah.
neat.
Well, they're not rare anymore. They're out there now.
Well, but the people know. I mean, I guess that's why this
Yeah.
show is educational. You're
Yeah.
teaching the education to people.
I'm teaching people
Except
to go out
Sparky's
there
not
and-
listening. He's working on his 27-inch pythons apparently.
Yep.
Cool.
Doom Right 10.
Oh.
Hey, before we forget, let's see if Bars and Brian can guess why Reckless Radio lost their show.
I think Brian should go first. Brian, why do you think Reckless Radio lost their show?
Now, do we mean why they stopped doing their show, period, or why they stopped doing their show on NHB? Because
Right. Did they show after NHB?
I have no idea.
Well,
let me guess. Did they pour liquid on somebody's mixer?
No. Well, I think they basically just got caught by.
They got caught.
They got caught using the studio after hours for their personal
Yeah.
project, and were basically. Well, I'm not even sure if that's really what happened, because Reckless Dave ended up getting another job and moving on, and
Okay.
I think it was the other guys that were going to try to keep it going, but they didn't have the equipment to do it, and I don't know if any. So I don't know the full story.
Who was the one that used to do the show in the basement?
What's that?
Who was the one that used to do their show in the basement?
Addie and Gabe would do their show out of the basement.
No, not Addie and Gabe. They had to move out or something because they got kicked
Oh,
out or
that
something.
was what was that? What was those guys? The Shocker. The Shocker Radio.
Was it Tom Likas' studio?
Yes.
Oh
they
my
were
God!
using Tom
No wonder
Likas'
no wonder they
studio.
got kicked out. That's hilarious.
But Reckless Dave got another job and moved on, and
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Because Tom Likas wasn't making any money off of
No.
it. I see why. Yeah.
Now, Dune, I forget, where did you hear this story from? Like, who divulged that to you? Because Reckless Dave never told me that story, but I only talked to him briefly at times.
Oh my God.
Because what happened was because Reckless John and Damon kept having these, hissy fit where Damon would, come firing, at the station and do his normal shit, and Reckless John would have none of this and just fire back hard, and Damon's like, whoa, man, back off. And John's like, I thought you said anything goes. I thought you said this all was, But so when he kept flip-flopping on him, Reckless John was having none of it, and he just, So here's the thing. Damon loves to do his, sound off the whole maybe we should fire them type of thing. I don't know what was said or who said what or why. But after I left the station and went on to DEF CON, Reckless Dave started calling me and asking me, dude, what's the deal with DEF CON radio? Is it good over there? I'm like, dude, stay where you are. NHB's got a good thing going. It's like, I think we're going to get fired. I'm like, dude, no, they're not going to fire you. Whatever. Play Damon's game, bitch at him, back off, whatever. You're not going to get fired unless you do something to get fired. I'm telling you, that's the place to be. Just, if you need to come to DEF CON, talk to Mark the DJ. I mean, as long as you throw him, as long as you pay your, whatever. There was like a monthly fee that they collected.
Was there
from
a
all the
fee?
It was a reasonable fee. It was like a $15 a month fee or something like
Oh my
that.
God, that's like, I'm not gonna pay to stream somewhere. Excuse me.
Well, it was, considering what it cost to do that, $10 to $15. I forget if it was 10 or 15, but it was one of those, 10 to 15 a month to be able to stream on a network that was getting the numbers they were getting. I thought that was reasonable. I mean, NHB, we had to bust our asses for a telethon every year to raise funds to keep that going every year. So server rent, exactly. Doing rates and server rent was nuts. That was very reasonable for us to pitch in that and do that.
Wow.
I kind of at one point in time thought, NHB ought to do that. Just pitch in and get rid of. Well, not really. The telethon was great even without the donations, it really did drive interest to the station. But at some point, I felt like we lost the right to ask people for money.
Oh, did you guys do telethon last week? I was going to ask about that.
No.
No?
No.
Well, in those telethons, did they ever show a budget?
No.
Or did they ever have a goal for how much they're going to collect?
Maybe, but not officially.
Yeah.
You know, it used to be do better than last year, and at some point we.
I mean, anybody that runs, an event for some nonprofit, they say, "Yeah, our goal is $5,000."
Well, Dune writes in, we did in the early days. Well, the thing is, I think whatever goal they set was greatly exceeded. I think the first few telethons did better than they ever dreamed they would do. So I don't even like the goal.
I wonder what they did with all that money. There's a lot of money they spent.
Well,
a
lot of it went to server fees, the phone bill, the Skype account.
Yeah, see, you've got budgetary information.
Yeah,
there is
yeah,
information.
They made a lot of money on that telethon.
In fact, did he ever sign up to be a nonprofit?
No, we were never anything on paper. We never did it right. And if the tax man came sniffing around, they probably would have found some uncrossed T's and undotted I's.
And they would have laughed like their asses off.
We weren't worth going after. But
the thing is, they'd go after the individual, but since you didn't have an entity to protect you.
Yeah.
That's why you register as a nonprofit.
Well, that's the thing, is that technically it was gifted. It was money gifted to Damon, technically.
Yeah.
Which might have messed with his benefits if it was.
If they found out.
That's why you set up a nonprofit.
Right. Well, and that's the thing that there was times where we talked about that, but ultimately Damon would have needed to pull the trigger on that, and he never did. And he had Mike the 8-Man offer to help him with that. I think Mike
would have helped him, no problem, I bet.
And then he drove, and then that exodus happened where he pissed off Mike and Dave, and they walked off the show.
I never understood how this worked. Damon would walk off the show, but he had two people in his basement, so how far could he walk off to? I always thought that was kind of funny. I'm like, okay, he walked off, but he's still in the house.
No,
so.
I mean when the show split up, Dave and Mike got up, walked out,
left,
got in their cars, drove
I remember
home.
that. Yeah.
They were out. They were done with it.
And the servers were in Damon's basement.
No, Rico. Servers were rented from a company that Rico dealt with, or Rico had the connections.
Was it Rico or was it
Rico, PTR, J Square?
J Square was part of it. Yeah,
it moved around from time to time. Those are details I don't know, actually. So I'm talking on my ass a little bit there.
As usual.
But parts of it I do know. Anyways, so Reckless Dave kept calling me, asking me about DEF CON. Oh, I'm going to get fired. And I'm like, dude, I could set you up. Mark DJ's person to talk to. I'm sure you'd be fine over here. But, really, you don't have to worry about getting fired. So they decided that they were going to have a little fun with this. So they looked at how could we get fired.
Oh.
And one of the things that they always made a big fuss over was don't share anything that happens in the station meeting, because we would actually have station meetings.
Yeah.
And it's like
that's confidential stuff, dude.
And it basically said, don't record this. Don't this stuff does not come to your show. You don't take stuff from here and bring it to your show. Station meeting stays at station meeting. So Reckless recorded the station meeting.
Oh my God.
And then they told Mark the DJ what they were going to do, and then they set up a simulcast. And so without telling anyone, they started streaming to DEF CON and NHB at the same time, and then started playing the station meeting recording they had while making fun of Damon's brother Paul, because Damon brought his brother Paul in to help manage because he has management experience. And what they made fun of was that his management experience, because I asked him, well, what kind of management experience? It's like, well, restaurant management experience. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know how that applies to radio, but what kind of restaurant you got there? And it's like, I'm the district manager for Taco Bell. And they
Hey,
had a
you know
field
what?
day with that. But
You know what? That's fine. I see nothing
that's
wrong
nothing
with
to
that.
sneeze at. I mean,
You know what? He probably had all the freaking taco pizzas he ever wanted.
Well, I mean, being a district manager of a fast food
Isn't
operation.
a taco pizza just a quesadilla?
No, it's you got like a flat, one of those flat crispy tortilla things, and you put the ground beef, seasoned ground beef in there, another flat tortilla on there, spread the cheese and the tomatoes and
It's
the
basically a
scallions. And
tostada.
Oh, it's like a,
tostada.
Yeah, it's basically
tostada. So you're basically making a taco pizza.
Oh,
with multiple layers, like a parking garage.
Right. So they kept
Stack of pancakes.
So they're playing the station meeting while making fun of Paul for working for Taco Bell, and they basically, I think Paul writes into them basically like, you stop this now or you're done, like we're gonna pull the plug, and
Paul.
they go, oh, go ahead, pull the plug.
Go,
we're
Paul.
over on
Paul.
we're over on DEF CON.
He-
I have the recording of that show.
Yeah,
From
he
the
was-
DEF CON stream side, because then they pull the plug, and Damon came on and did an announcement like they will not be here anymore, and Damon ran his bitch fresh over that, and they continued doing their show over on DEF CON and moved on to the next topic and just had a bunch. And that was the one and only time they streamed on DEF CON, because after that, whatever went down that Dune heard about went down, and Reckless Dave went on to another job, and the other guys, I think some people were going to help donate some equipment to them. They had fans that really wanted to encourage them to keep on going, but they just didn't have it. And that was the end of Reckless Radio. Trying to think if there's anything else. There's something else I was going to tell about that, but I forget.
They probably could have kept going if they decided not to do it at Tom Leykis' place.
Well, I mean, did anything they do in Tom Leykis' place impact him?
No. Well, you know what it did? It cost him money because there's electricity and stuff. And then I don't know if you've ever listened to Tom Leykis. I try not to, but I've listened to enough shows that he prides himself on being a self-made man, and barbecue, of course, because that's fine. I mean, I see nothing wrong with his barbecuing skills. But he's a self-made man, and everything he does costs money. So, like the electricity used to keep the station open and stuff like that. Costs him money.
Yeah, he would flip out
It costs him
about
money.
that,
He would be mad about that, and that's fine. I mean, I would be so nitpicky. The thing's on anyway most of the time, but you know what? It costs him money, and now I guess he runs a lot of stuff, I guess, from home. I don't know what his deal is anymore. I haven't listened to Leykis in ages, so.
Yeah. So, well, gee, he should have just charged him rent, and then let him keep doing the show.
They would have had the money to pay rent.
Well, I don't know.
Not from Leykis.
Well, yeah, there's that. I don't know. They were doing a good show. Leykis should have taken a listen to it and decided if he wanted to back it or not. Be like, dude, that was, dude, I'm angry. Fuck you. But that was awesome.
No. Their show had comedy. Leykis doesn't do anything comedy based.
I don't know anything about the guy.
Oh.
Who is he?
Yeah. All I know is he doesn't do comedy, and he was very political in a lot of ways too. Yeah.
Okay.
Not, like I said, he's not my favorite. I didn't really listen to him that
Probably
much. Probably
wouldn't be my favorite. I'm guessing.
Yeah. You know what? You can find Leykis episodes on YouTube. Honestly, if you want to take a look at it, look at some Leykis stuff. Just to familiar eyes with it. But like I said, he's not my cup of tea. But you know.
But yeah, so that was Reckless Radio. You know what? I'm in a folder of old shows here. Let me see. Oh yeah, here we go. Reckless Radio, March 25th, 2006.
Who dumped a whole truckload of fizzies into the swim meet? Who delivered the medical school cadavers to the alumni dinner? Every Halloween, the trees are filled with underwear. Every spring, the toilets explode.
You're talking about
Reckless Radio! Food fight!
Yeah! Here we go! All right, and welcome to Reckless Radio.
Yeah.
Live.
They knew how to open a show. I mean, these are professionals.
California.
Well, no,
A nice
they had professional equipment.
Well, they knew how to use it too, though.
Yeah.
I'm here with good friends Bob and Dave. We have Duke manning the phones, and we will.
Yeah, they
say
even had a phone
hello
system. Look at
to-
that.
And welcome back. To
Let's see if I can find. I think
Charlie the head
this might be the
intern,
show
who
where
is
they're
back in
doing the
studios
Damon
today.
insult generator.
Whether you're fucking young or not.
This was a bunch of guys on NHB.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Drummer
Wow.
Vic writes in here. You're writing my ums down, huh, you faggot?
No.
That's a good idea. You should see how many I say.
Your catchphrase.
No, guys, don't quote me. But I think the guys from Take It or Leave It said not to call in. I might just be imagining
From
it.
Tioli.
Okay.
Well, yeah, they did come on after Tioli.
That's just not right. And Cerebro already plugged his site, nhbfan.com. And that's it right now. Oh, wait, hold on. Reckless Radio, that's the way. That's the only reason I stay up is to listen to you guys. Right. Cool. And
Let me skip ahead a little bit
Alyssa
more.
Milano. Oh, my God.
Alyssa Manano.
Hold on, let me say
Oh,
it.
that laugh, I forgot.
I
How many times can Dave?
I
mispronounce
tuned that laugh out. I can't.
I said
Wow.
Alyssa Milano.
You said Manano.
Okay. Well, I was in the middle of saying it, but then
Potato,
it fucking drops
potato.
a brick of fucking meat. Okay, so that was one for her, and then
Who sent it, dude? Let's hear
Keira
some names.
Knightley. Keira Knightley for laugh, cause that was Damien Leak keyboard.
Hey, you know what? Keira Knightley is awesome.
You know, and that's the only Reckless show I have. It's probably the only Reckless show recording that survived. And the reason I have that is because that did get posted to NHB Fan, because that was there was someone that was running a unofficial fan site. It was kind of official, but it wasn't our site. And that guy was actually like recording podcasts himself to get them up
I
quicker
see.
than the official ones would. And they were lesser quality, and Rico was okay with it. In fact, I think the NHB Fan domain was registered by us, and he was allowed to use it. I forget the details of how that came to be, but then my show was being podcasted over there too. He was like, "Dude, could I podcast your show, your DEF CON show over here on NHB Fan?" I'm like, "I don't know how NHB is going to feel about that." He's like, "It's my site. I want your podcast on there. That's all that matters." You know, I'm allowed to run it how I want to run it. So after that happened, they quit NHB. Someone messaged me and was like, "Hey, dude, did you hear Reckless last night? You should hear it. You would find it interesting." And so I downloaded it, and I've kept the recording with my bunch of stuff on my drive all these years. And then somewhere I have, well, in the Sloan archives, because after that happened, Damon felt that, you know, that DEF CON did him dirty by doing that. And so he once again started running his yap about DEF CON and Mark the DJ.
I have
blah,
a
blah, blah.
question. How far back does the Wayback Machine go, and will it have NHB Fan on there? And will they have episodes on it?
Well, I don't think they'll have episodes, but
Or archive.org at least.
We could probably find some old
Yeah.
NHB Fan sites.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me check out
Archive.org and see if there's any Reckless on there.
Yeah, let's see what we have. We do have some captures of NHB Fan from 2006, but nothing from 2007 through 2010.
Oh, there you go.
So it was a short-lived site. So let's take a look at what we have. April 5th. So this would be a month after that show that we were just playing. So let me see what it pulls up and if it's worth sharing it. Yeah. Actually, it's got some descriptions to some shows, and let's take a look at. Let's read through this. I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen here because the first thing it talks about is my show. Lonely and Cursed, April 4th, 2006. Johnny Gators got on tonight, although he initially seemed to be cursed. The phones were dead, and the funny was in a coma for almost 2 hours until Video Vamp finally called in and set things right. After that point, much funny came to pass. Listen to all the funny and temporary lack thereof in the podcast. And,
Poor Gators.
BAM Radio. What's BAM Radio? I don't remember. Many special guests, chick chatting, and much more is all available for your listening pleasure in the podcast. Also, myself, Sloan, Thorox, and another, cannot remember his name offhand, had some fun playing Tribes while listening to NHB, and you should have been there too. In fact, you are now cursed with bad luck until you download Tribes, install the patch, set up, and join the NHB server during a live show. You have been warned. NHB Tribes Star Siege server.
Dude's like, I was there, what?
Dune and John, April 2nd, 2006. In today's show, Dune and John had quite a few intellectual discussions, with topics ranging from cars to alternative fuels to internet connection speeds.
Wait.
Be sure to listen into the podcast.
Wait. Was that 06 or was that last month?
That was April 2nd, 2006.
So it wasn't August something 2023.
Reckless Amateur, April 1st, 2006. With No Susan Show, an amateur hour rerun podcasted here during the empty Detox radio slot, and Take It or Leave It radio rerun podcasted here during their slot, but there was a new amateur hour show podcasted here and a new Reckless radio show podcasted here. Check them all out and support NHP Fan by clicking a Google ad at the top. Oh, so this is when I'm still on the station. Wait, when did that Reckless show air? March 25th of 2006? I thought... Well, then when did I quit? Let me pull up my archives. Maybe I got the dates wrong on some of these things. But, because, yeah, I let's see. Clip show. Quit. No, I quit April 8th. So the date of the Reckless show's got to be wrong because Reckless quit after me, I'm pretty sure. So, and then also, not to mention, this reference is Reckless. So I don't know when that Reckless show aired. You know what? I must have more than one Reckless show. So that's probably just a Reckless radio show from before they quit.
Well, there you go.
So I got to dig up the other. I know I have the other show somewhere. Let's see. Intoxicated Detox Radio, March 31st, 2006.
Oh.
Lots of funny stuff on tonight's show, from racism to gay jokes to Scientology.
Oh. Well, that sounds like Detox Radio, doesn't it?
Oh, this is an era when Sloan was streaming again. The goddamn show, March 31st. Sloan goes on a few random rants, reads the news, and rants on that, then gets a special guest, Southern guy, who brings chicken. Also, the Devil's Advocate will be replaying an old episode in which the conception of Newbie Macintosh was announced.
Dude wants to know what happens if you click the links.
Well, these links go to PHP things. Oh, Take It video podcast up. That's right. You can now download the video podcast of that's right. Take It or Leave It actually did a video upload of an entire show, and I think that was when what was her name? That was only on a few episodes. That was one of the original co-hosts in the original pictures they posted. It was on the first episode. I think she got topless on camera for the video podcast.
You can't watch that on Twitch.
And basically, these links are not archived if you click on them. They just
sad.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised at that. They are dead links. And then these links on the side would go to the official show pages of the different shows. So those links, maybe they're archived. Yeah, because they basically go into archive versions of the old NHB site. But yeah, let's check another one of these. Oh, you know what? This is weird. The next archive version of the site. Oh, here we go. April 11th.
Yeah.
Take It or Leave It Radio Mondays. Not much of a description there. At this point, the description's getting a little... Dune and Bob. Yep, Dune and Judd had another intelligent and entertaining show today with tons of excellent topics. Okay, he got... Amateur Hour officially gone. April 9th. For better or worse, depending on who you ask, the Amateur Hour is officially gone from NHB. Johnny Gators has moved his show to DEF CON Radio, same time.
Yeehaw.
Take It recklessly. A night of much drama is wrapped up with Take It or Leave It Radio, and Reckless Radio. Lots of entertaining discussions, games, etc. So be sure to check them all out. The first and the last. Video Vamp's first show is up, as is Johnny Gator's show. However, Johnny Gators claims that he has now resigned from NHB Radio. Whether or not this is permanent has yet to be seen. That's right. Video Vamp did his first NHB show the same week I did my last at the time. And Video Vamp's show was a technical clusterfuck. There was like a huge delay at times. He didn't know how to set up his equipment. And it just, I don't know what he was trying to do. Because I remember at some point he was having problems and he had some kind of a like 1/4 inch adapter that was doing an input and output through one thing. And this is also when I was getting confused with people throwing out the term mix minus, which is not a technical term anyone has ever used in any studio I've set foot in. Not that I've set foot in many. But I now understand what that concept means. It means basically a sub-mix that doesn't include something in it that, for example, a sub-mix to send back to the phone that doesn't include the person in their mix. But I still didn't understand what sub-mixes he was making or how he was sending them or where his wires are going. So he pulled me on the phone while someone from Guitar Center was at his house with him setting up equipment so that I could explain all the techno mumbo jumbo. And I'm like, I don't know what you're using. I don't know how you set.
Wait, how do you hire people
I
from
didn't
Guitar
say that
Center
out
to
loud.
help you with your equipment? Does that
I don't know.
work?
Guitar Center sells audio equipment. I think that's where I know or from wherever he bought the stuff from, he actually had a tech that was making visits to his house to help him
That's
set
pretty
the stuff
good.
up.
I didn't know you could do that.
I'm
It's
sure
a
he's
Geek
paying the
Squad for
guy.
freaking Guitar Center.
So let's see.
Oh.
Yeah, so Brian, let's see. Take Care or Leave It Radio Tuesdays. Oh, that's right. Take Care or Leave It start doing shows like anytime they could.
Yeah.
On tonight's show, Damon and NHB were interviewed for an article in Sin Magazine. Be sure to check out the hilarity that ensues in the podcast. Let's see.
I
Thanks to
see.
the Easter holiday, I'm away visiting family. Fear not, however, for I will update the podcast every morning until I get back on Monday. Let's see. Whole lot of nothing. None of today's shows aired for multiple reasons. Also, the Devil's Advocate will be moving to a different time slot thanks to John's new job.
Oh.
Huh.
Was that when the show actually stopped? Basically stopped around that time.
Shortly after that.
Yeah,
Now-
I thought it was pretty close to after that because honestly, I don't remember his new time slot. I don't remember he listened to a new time. So.
This is interesting. The next archive skips to November, and it's got very few descriptions, a different color. Let's see, special news alert from Mental John UK. If you haven't yet voted on the Milkman vote or sign at www.bringbackthemilkman.bravehost.com, then do so now. The future of NHB
I did not vote
depends
on
on this.
that.
NHB show on hiatus. Things been down, no more. I apparently rerouted NHB fan to Mental Waltz, a forum community of mine, for a while without realizing it. On a related note, I haven't managed to get podcasts in the last few days, but I should keep with the schedule once again. And then, no response. Basically, the next time they tried to archive it was in 2011, and there was nothing there. And it was redirecting to NHBradio.com.
Yeah.
So, yeah, at some point it just was set to redirect.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, see,
Anyways,
there you go. There's some archived history of an HP.
Some archived history.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a very it was an interesting trip down memory lane there. But now, Brian, how has your week been? What's new with Brian?
Ryan.
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
Oh. Nothing?
Nothing.
I don't know. I haven't been on Twitter the last couple days. I'm kind of like punching X in the face right now. So.
Yeah, you know, I've been losing interest in Twitter as well. Once in a while, I'll go in,
Such
but
a shame because I mean I don't like using the website. It's just me, but.
Yeah.
Oh, do you use the phone? Do you use your phone or anything like that?
No.
See, I usually use my phone. In fact, I could use it on on the browser, which is how I get into the show. But I hate it on the browser. I don't even like it on the iPad. It was designed for the phone.
Well, I use a client on my PC. I use a client, which I like because I could go through about 400 tweets in about 5 minutes.
Sure.
That's not a problem. But Mr. X over there got rid of that. So, and now he said, "Oh, you can't use TweetDeck either." And oh no, you can use TweetDeck, but you got to pay us money. And I'm like,
well, that's only
I ain't pay you guys jack.
See, that's
so.
only certain accounts.
Huh?
And to me, those are the guys that have the subscriber accounts. It's like, I'm not going to pay this guy to tweet. Who the fuck does he think he is? He's an e-beggar.
Well, I'm not going to pay for it. I'm like, nah, I don't care. I don't need a blue check mark. I don't.
Yeah,
so
don't need the blue check mark, and I don't need the subscription. I don't want your money. And I don't want to pay anybody.
Well, let me rephrase that. I want his money.
Elon's money?
I want his money, but I don't want...
He's not going to pay you.
Well, he's going to pay me money to do it?
He's not going to.
Well, he should pay me money if I'm going to do it.
Exactly. You're providing the content.
Wow.
I mean, hey, Johnny got, was it $60 out of Twitch?
Well, that's Twitch. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's for ad content and stuff. Yeah.
So,
well, of course.
Russ Sucks has been archived.
You think the Lagina brothers are digging this big hole in Oak Island and not getting paid for it? Shit, yeah, they're making a ton of money.
Oh, they are scamming a ton of people out of money.
That's not a scam. They're doing what they're doing. They're doing what they're saying they're doing.
They are leading people to believe that there's something that doesn't exist and getting people to funnel money their way to do this.
No, not directly. They're getting it from the History Channel on ads.
Mm-hmm.
I have never been asked for money from, Oak Island Tours.
I mean that's the only legit way to run this thing, because it used to be that you ask for donations to run this scam, but now they're just making people think that it's entertainment.
You're watching ads. That's right. Well, that's reality shows.
Which,
some reality shows are really stupid, and you could say that The Curse of Oak Island is stupid.
It is. I absolutely.
In fact, there are some of the other ones that Prometheus promotes that I don't watch. Skinwalker Ranch. I don't watch that.
Okay.
I'd rather watch Finding Bigfoot, which was on the Animal Planet, which has been discontinued. But now there is Exploring Bigfoot.
There's like Exploring Alaska or something. That's a cool show.
Say again? Which one?
There's a show called Exploring Alaska. That's kind of a cool show on Discovery.
Well, that's different. Yeah.
So Dune
cool.
made this site, but
it's okay, dude. I'm sure
Dude, do you still have the picture that goes with this site?
Wait, was that the Sea Bubble site?
No, this was the RussSucks.com.
Oh, the Russ Sucks. Okay.
Yeah, what happened was that Damon had a gig, and I guess Damon's ride back home from the gig was running late, and so Russ stayed with him until his ride showed up. But Russ, I guess, had his car or his vehicle, and it was cold outside, and so he went in and started up his car and sat in the car in the heat while Damon sat outside in the cold waiting, because there wasn't room in the car for Damon to sit with him while waiting for his ride. And at some point, I think Russ got out of his warm car and came up to Damon and was like, "Hey, is this guy on his way? Like, cause like I'm, got someplace I need to go."
Dude, that ain't cool.
So
that's so screwed up. That's so screwed up.
I haven't seen how it's made in a long time. I forget what channel carried it. What
it
network
used to be
carried
Discovery
it?
Channel. It used to be Discovery Channel. Discovery Channel.
Discovery? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't
Is
understand.
that still going?
I don't know. I think they canceled it. Yeah, Gators. I remember when that happened. Russ was the drummer, right? Was he
right?
the drummer guy?
And so I think Dave and Mike were suggesting that they were going to go to the next gig, and just from the audience in between every song, just start shouting, "Russ sucks! Russ sucks! Russ sucks!"
Wow, crude.
And so Dune did what he does best, register a domain name, and he registered RussSucks.com and put up the, due to recent events, leaving his bandmate Damon Fabrio out in the cold for over an hour while he sat in his roasty toasty car, we've officially declared Russ as the supreme SAL, sucks at life. Evidence of suckdom. 1. Leaves bandmates in the cold. 2. Hasn't gotten the memo that the mullet is out. 3. Has an unhealthy obsession, possibly sexual, with his drum set.
Whoa.
Wait. If he has an unhealthy obsession with his drum set, does Damon really want to be in his car too?
That's a good question. But,
Oh, well.
So, let's see. Sparky wants to know if Brian watches How It's Made.
Yeah, I have watched it, and I'm checking to see, is that still on?
Well, they're streaming those episodes on Freevee now, so you can just go to a Freevee.
Oh,
channel.
yeah, I watched Freevee. Yeah. 2019 it went to.
Yeah.
With,
I think they were going to bring it
how many
back,
seasons?
but...
32 seasons. Now it's Canadian. I don't know how they count seasons there.
In Canadian numbers? In metric, probably.
Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah.
And Sparky writes in, Tubby has it.
Tubi. Yeah.
I call it Tubby.
I like Tubi, except they mess with their website, so it's kind of not accessible anymore, and I want to punch them in the face, but...
Well, I've been liking...
Yeah, I use the app on the Roku box.
that's where I watch it. That's where I watch it on my Apple TV, and they made it inaccessible. So I'm gonna because they updated the website, and it was the page the thing. It was really good before, and now you can't say anything. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna punch you guys, but it's okay.
Oh well.
I guess I could complain on X, but I don't know if that's gonna make any difference.
Right. Nobody pays attention to X.
Yeah. What were you saying, Gaze? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your thoughts, sir.
I don't remember.
Okay. Another thing I was thinking about, Gators. You know how you have that 3 inches of water on the floor? Just see if it's soapy. If it's soapy, then you know it's from the washer. Honestly,
Well,
if it's not, then it might be from outside.
It's not soapy.
Okay.
So I think it's probably from the rinse cycle.
Oh.
Well, you're gonna have to sit down and watch it.
Yes. We're gonna get you a lawn chair so you can just stare at it.
My best theory right now, and I like this theory because this theory means I don't have a real problem, except for the same problem with the washer, is that due to the rain and the storm sewers getting flooded with rain, that my drain pipe out to the sewer just was not able
that's
to
likely
accommodate as much water as the washing machine threw in it, and it basically just overflowed out the drain pipe.
And that's likely too. That's very likely too.
How would the rainwater get into the sewer?
Oh, it's the thing's about Brian. It's the same way here.
On the street,
you know what happens.
The street has rainwater going into the sewer grates, and those are kind of backed up and flooding
The storm
streets.
sewers. Usually those are separate systems.
Yeah, but I don't know how that runs in this town. I know this town has very few grates in the street, and that the streets are flooding. So I don't know if maybe.
Let me put it this way.
It's a theory.
When you go to one of those storm sewer thingers, does it stink like shit?
That's a good point. Well, it could
Oh,
just
man,
be...
that's not hard to figure out.
Well, it could just be that the rain still is causing...
You know, in front of Tharco, they went and I think they were replacing the pipes and stuff like that. So down the center of the street, it was all opened up. It stunk like hell.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is that a possible theory is that the water... Because I don't think the water drained out mid-cycle.
Alexa, stop.
So I have a feeling the water came out the drain pipe, the drain hose of the washer, and for some reason... Well, you know what I need to do? I guess I need to flush my toilet a few times and see... Then again, I don't have raw sewage on my basement floor. So that's a good sign, too.
You know what? I would rather have clean water in there than raw sewage.
What would be a better test is run either the faucets to the sink or the shower have that running, go down to the basement, and see if you're collecting water.
Well, I don't know if that would dump water as fast as the washing machine would just dump a whole tub that's built up. But I could do that. I just don't know if that's the inadequate test or
Now,
not.
so you've got this hose that comes out of the washer that often goes into a special drain thing or into
Yeah, an open drain
a
pipe
laundry
that's coming
tub.
out of the big drain pipe.
Yeah.
Hook
Oh,
it
so
in
so
there.
that's what you've got. Okay.
I just hook it in there. Yeah.
Okay.
And that hasn't fallen out onto the floor.
No, it's still hooked in there.
Okay.
Well,
You're
I'm
gonna just
hoping-
have to run it and watch it.
I'm gonna have to at some point.
You know, next show, we would have you in the basement in that lawn chair.
Yeah, I don't think
watching the thing, and we'll have
I don't think.
We'll all watch it.
Is that the show you want to co-host, Brian?
Absolutely.
Would that be less boring than what we did here this week?
Absolutely.
All right. Then next week we're gonna watch my washer.
Well,
We've
here's
gone from
the-
we have come a long way. We've come from listening to my dryer to watching my washer.
See,
Yeah,
even
you know
Sparky
what?
agrees. Yes, that would be content. Instead of this rehashing the good old days of the NHB.
Yeah.
Which you wonder why that is still around.
Hey.
Because that's
I'm
where the
proud of
show
this.
actually started from, actually.
I'm proud of my work I've done here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all the past.
It's still here. We're still streaming.
Create new content. Hey, the new content would be like Sparky says, it would be watching the washing machine.
Some shows are memory lane shows. Some shows are new. Heck, we covered some new things. We talked about TV from 1969. That was a new topic.
Well, okay, that was a new topic. Wow. Wait a minute. That's an old topic. Wait a minute. I've been snookered.
You just got on.
But that was an interesting show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But
turn on, drop out. Whatever.
Sparky writes in, did you hug your Philco TV today? Well, I'm certainly glad I didn't put it down in the basement.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although, like I said, it's only that corner that's bad. And actually, my one of my spare compact portables got a little wet, but just on the case, I was able to lift that up, move that away from there pretty quickly. No.
Oh, good.
And besides, it already wasn't turning on. But I think it could be fixed up. I just need to,
you know what? Maybe it fixed it when it got wet.
That could be. I might have to. Actually, that one I think still powers on. I just need to put some parts together, and I think I need to get a working floppy drive in it. It's one that the keyboard needs to be refoamed for one, but which is a pain in the ass.
Can you just buy new keyboards for those? You can buy new refoam keyboards, can't you? I think
for a compact portable.
Yeah.
It's a special keyboard just for the machine that clicks into the case.
There's a lot of retro people that do stuff like that.
Basically, you'd buy one off a parts unit if you need one. But,
should we see who's still on so that we could raid?
We should. Well, let's see who's on.
Pork Roll Bob.
Pork Roll Bob is
Rachel.
on. Rachel. Your old dad. Live Sticks.
Wait a minute. Your old dad?
Oh, he's just chatting. I don't know who that channel is or why I'm watching it, but I just like saying your old dad.
Emily Law Music. Sabrina Fish.
I don't see. What was that name? Emily what?
Emily Law Music. It's all worked together as one word. Monday Hangout.
Emily with a Y. Law. And
Yeah.
The Law.
Yeah. And music.
Sorry, unless you got time. I'm not getting that channel. EMILYLAW.
2 M's. EMMY.
EMMILY.
No, EMMY. Emmy Law Music.
Oh, Emmy.
I said it wrong.
Yeah.
Emmy. Yes,
sorry.
you did. That would explain why I'm not finding it. Yeah, I'm not following that channel. How did you find that channel?
You got me, man. I get all the channels from you. That's what we need to do things different.
Oh, you know who just went
Find
live?
these new guys.
Who just went live?
iShorts just went live.
Oh. I think we know some people that want to watch Ice Shorts.
I'm not following that, so yeah, we want that one, I can follow that person.
Well, she doesn't play music and she doesn't speak
That's
English.
okay. Oh,
That's fine.
She is kind of.
Is that rateable?
It is rateable, but I don't know if. Tell you what, why don't we share what this stream is with Brian, and we'll let him decide if this is something he wants on his computer screen or not.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because basically, she was doing a stream one night where she was just kind of screaming, jumping around, being kind of crazy, which was generating views, and at some point, her skirt was flipping up. And people were writing things and asking her if like she's wearing any underwear under her skirt or when it's kind of flipping up. And she flipped up her skirt and said, "I'm not crazy, eye shorts." And since then we have called her Eye Shorts. But right now she's doing headstands is what she's doing. Or trying to do headstands on a pillow. And
I think the chat room has spoken though, Gators.
Oh, good one. Good one. Look.
She's attempting to mate with her floor. To
And
have some kind of
humping the air.
Some kind of a floor human hybrid being created as we speak.
She's definitely not in Gator's basement.
No, that is not. There's no water on that floor.
Oh, I thought you said it was just a third of your floor.
That's just a small portion of my floor. I'm just making a joke. All right, I guess we're rating Tacky Dessous.
I'm just saying, the chat room has spoken.
The chat room has spoken. So on that note, we'd like to thank you for listening to another fun-filled edition of
Insert title here.
And we thank you for turning us on. And we're now going to go turn on something else. But we do try to be educational here. I've learned a whole lot. I've learned where baby floors come from. But Brian, what have you learned here this
baby
week?
Floors.
She's humping a floor. That's where baby floors come from.
Oh, yeah. I'm just learning that too. I thought she was humping the air.
Bye.
I don't know. You can't have baby air, can you?
Right.
I mean, she's breakdancing, doing
So
the worm.
I learned that Johnny's washing machine is having some difficulties, and we will find out next week where that water is coming from.
And Sparky learned that Johnny needs an LG washer. And Mars, what have you learned this week?
I learned that This Week in SNL was a site.
All right. And I learned that I need to find the Reckless Radio show where they quit or got fired or both.
Yeah.
Got cut off midstream.
Yeah.
Well, I had the rip from DEF CON that went for the whole stream. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to raid Tacky Dessous and see if we can get her to say my name. Say my name, bitch. All right.
All right.
Thank you everyone for listening, and we'll be back next week with
All right.
washing machine. Maybe.
Washing machine. Wow, that's dirty.
Yeah. All right, we've rated.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
1 second. Start watching. Okay.
There you go.